most important part of adding this fiberglass canopy to my car transporter is anchoring it strongly to the truck. I don't want any leaks, and worst case scenario, I don't want it cracking and blowing off. So the gluing, the anchoring of the fiberglass onto the metal is crucial. And there's three things I'm doing to address that. The fiberglass will be laid over the tin canopy die that I've made and overlap onto the original roof of the truck by about 40 millimeters. And that joint is the crucial point. The first thing I'm doing to increase the strength of cementing the fiberglass to the truck is I'm drilling small holes about every 100 mil all the way round. That will allow the resin to leak through the metal of the truck's roof, make a little bulge and lock in. The second thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to clean the joint completely where it overlaps the roof with acetone. That gets rid of any imperfections and products that might inhibit the adhesion of the resin onto the truck. And the third thing that I'm going to do is I'm not going to use poly resin where I actually overlap the first layer onto the roof of the truck. Why? Because poly resin does not bind well to sheet metal. I know this because I've tried it and it just comes apart. Looks fine initially and it comes apart. What I'm going to use instead, that I've found works far better, is epoxy resin. I'll start the layup of this truck roof extension with 100 mil wide fiberglass cloth strips going right around the bottom where I want to anchor it onto the roof, the original roof of the truck. And for that part of the layup, the initial part, I'll use epoxy resin. I'll let those strips tack, and then I will switch to polyester resin, as you would normally use with fiberglass, for the main layup of the job. So I've got the economy of polyester resin in the bulk of the job, and I've got the extra adhesive strength of epoxy resin going around the bottom to anchor this onto the roof of the truck. The purpose of gel coat is to provide a high quality finish on the visible surface of a fiberglass product. It is applied first when you're laying up a job in the mould, and then the resin and cloth is laid over it. However, when laying fiberglass over something, like you've seen me do with this canopy, things are done in the reverse order. The resin and cloth are applied first, but you shouldn't then use gel coat to create that smooth final coat. Why? Because gel coat is specifically formulated to stay tacky to help the resin and cloth adhere to it. And it's only the heat of the setting layup resin which finally turns the gel coat hard. And there's no heat in this job now. The resin's cold as. What is needed in a case like this is not gel coat, but finish or top coat, which is basically gel coat with wax in it. That will seal and smooth this fiberglass, and it won't be tacky like it would be if I overcoated it with gel coat.